Hi everyone, how well doing? Hi Donna, hi John, hi Deanne. Deanne's away at the bus stop and says be right back. But um, yeah, I'm trying to think what you're going to the bus stop for. I should really know that. I know that it's usually Max's karate night, but I don't think that's until later, is it? Um, anyway, have fun if you're getting the bus. Have a fun bus journey. Rather you than me. I'm not a fan of the bus. Not the Glasgow buses anyway. Um, Hi Tammy Pie, how are you doing? It's lovely to see you. I know I've not been live and oh actually am I telling lies? Was I live just last week? Yeah, yeah, I was live just last week with Simon, wasn't I? But I've not been live on my own in a few weeks. Because I skipped a week before that. So I think it's been about 3 weeks since we've had our usual catch up. Hi how are you? Uh I should actually open up the chat on YouTube as well because sometimes it's a wee bit slower on the StreamYard chat. So just bear with me a wee second whilst I do that. A wee process as well. Right, pop out the chat. Let's close that down. We don't need to be looking at my face. Okay. Um, yeah, Tammy Pie says throwback. Yeah. Um, yeah, last week we did a throwback on the 1JJ Swiss Tarot, which is a really cool tarot deck. It's really good for, I said in the live, but it's really good for your kind of I don't know, your kind of fortune telling type readings. I know lots of people don't really particularly enjoy that phrase, but I mean, fuck it, it is what it is, isn't it? Um, John says that's funny. I took the bus today for the first time in about 10 years. It was pretty nice. It was a pretty nice bus, to be honest. Oh, that's good. That's always, I'm moaning slag the buses off, but I mean, for years and years, I was like always getting buses. Like when I lived at home, my first 3, 4 years at uni, I got buses, like buses over to the West End constantly. I used to get the bus and then the subway, like the underground. Um, so yeah, and yeah, buses to school and all that. So I'm on, but I'm like well used to the buses. It's just now that I drive, I would just kind of rather not. Um, Hi Kathy, how what's everybody got to drink by the way? I've got my usual decaf tea, because you know it's 9 o'clock, it's after 7 p.m. Although I was a wee rebel tonight and I had a normal tea at half 7. So no doubt I'll be bouncing off the walls all evening. Um, yeah, I didn't really have a spiel planned. I've not even made any notes, not even a single bullet point. So I'll probably just be talking shite for a good hour until we do the spread. Although we could always do the spread a wee bit early. There's no harm in that, is there? Um, uh, so last time we did a sling and sip or sip and sling. Um, it was like an 8 card spread, and it was just too much. I think. I think if we're going to do an 8 card spread, we would basically just need to spend the whole live on it. Um, I think it gets a wee bit much after a while. So I've found that there's a 4 card spread that I'm going to do today for anyone that's wondering. For anyone that's like thinking, I want to do the spread, but I'm really hoping he doesn't do another massive spread. It's just a 4 card spread, and it actually seems like quite a good one this week. So hopefully you enjoy it. Um, but I'm jumping way ahead. I've got a wee tarot deck to share with you. Um, the next total tarot that I was just going to share with you and flip through. John is drinking tea. Donna Also has to avoid caffeine too late in the day. And Tammy Pie isn't sipping, but is having a little mac and cheese. Oh, I love mac and cheese, Tammy Pie. I'm so jealous. Mac and cheese is like one of my favourite meals. Kathy's on the Vimto. Not a cheeky one, just a plain Vimto. What's a cheeky Vimto? What do you put with your Vimto? I think I can't imagine any alcoholic drink that would be nice with Vimto. M is I'm enjoying M is enjoying an iced maca matcha bubble tea latte with vanilla. For anyone who doesn't know, bubble tea just means it has tapioca pearls in it. Is that the wee jelly things? Um, that sounds nice. We Costa's just started doing. Oh, I forget what they're called actually. It's kind of it's like an iced latte, but it's smooth. It's more like a milkshake than like you don't have like wee solid bits of ice through it, is what I mean. Um, and it's Yeah, they do a white chocolate one. Uh, I tried it. Was it last weekend? My husband got one. It's quite nice. I'm not usually one for iced coffees, but that one was quite nice. Let's see. Matcha is Japanese green tea, often in powder form. Yeah, I think I've tried matcha ice cream actually. I just don't know how to pronounce it properly. That's what I was wondering about. Um, so yeah, what have I been up to? It's been a busy week of work. Um, I actually wanted to share my spread of the day. I try and pull cards every day, um, and the spread positions for me are usually what's my day going to be like? Uh, how can uh, how do I want to word it? Like show up for myself, and then how can I show up for other people? So this is from Silicon Way's Shimmering Veil Tarot. Um, so the Warrior of Water is essentially like the Knight of Cups. So that suggests like a day of interacting with people, building relations, that kind of thing, which makes sense given that, um, well, I work with people, and I'm kind of doing some coaching work just now. So it's important that I do build relationships, and that I'm mindful not just of what I say and how I say it and all that kind of thing, and that I'm basically thinking about the other person. So the whole water realm is kind of a real for me right now. How can I best show up for myself? I got the three of water, so you don't actually get the words; you just get these symbols. So these wee kind of like waves or the water symbol. Um, I feel as though it's not picking up the picture very well. So yeah, three of water. So yeah, how can I best show up for myself? So just kind of a like remember and keep things light, I guess. Enjoy the relationships that I built up with other people. Don't take things too seriously. Remember to stop and celebrate the wee things. But then it was this, and I'm interested in people's take on a lot of it. But for how I can show up for other people, I got this tower card. Um, so yeah, I'm a wee bit like not really sure how that fits. What can I do to be there for other people? What can I do to be the best person that I can for other people around about me? The tower. Um, so yeah. Donna, you've asked which cards are these. So these are from the Shimmering Veil Tarot by Stella Conway. Um, They are Water Warrior, which is the Knight of Cups, three Water three, which is the Three of Cups, and the Tower card from the Major Arcana. Um, and the kind of the positions are general kind of a situation. What is the day going to be like? How can I best show up for myself? How can I best show up for other people? Um, so yeah, I normally like the idea of the tower is you're bringing the tower down, or something's bringing the tower down. The lightning is hitting, striking this tower. And the idea is that it crumbles. All of the kind of a superficial stuff that has been built up crumbles. Um, Interestingly, no, like we have obviously there's a strong watery presence in all three of these cards. We see the waves underneath Poseidon here as the warrior of water. We see the waves kind of encompassing these three people. They're almost like a flame, and then we see the waves crashing against this tower. Um, so I think the theme of like how I'm relating to other people is continuing. Um, Sometimes I see the tower as being like a release of negativity. The negative energy builds up. That's what lightning is. It's like a negative charge builds up, and then there's becomes a potential difference because one part is negatively charged, and the other part is positively charged. And when the potential difference is big enough, the electrons jump, and that's the spark. So it's like that release of negativity that we often see in the Tower card. Um, so sometimes it's about letting go of all that negative energy. Um, Maybe that's what it's saying to me. But just interesting what others think. Oh, hi, Marion. How are you? My lovely friend Marion K. Taro is here. And she says, Evening sunshine. Uh, let's see. I'm just going to catch up what you were saying. I like a Thai bubble tea, but the sugar and the caffeine makes me cheesy, says Tammy Pie. Kathy says, I've never had a cheeky Vimto, but I believe it has Blue Wicked and port in it. Oh, it's a classy drink. That was where Marion popped in. Donna says, yeah, Tammy Pie, Thai iced tea has a kick to it. Very strong tea and very sweet. That actually sounds really nice then. I like sweet things. Um, Donna says maybe you have a way to be there for people when they are having their tower moments. Potentially, yeah. Um, the cards look familiar. Marion says the tower card when shit hits the fan for others. So if they're having a tower moment, you are the one to help them rebuild. Yeah, yeah, I can see that as well. Cool, potentially. Um, I suppose I'll need to reflect and see how that applies. Um, how that applies to my day. I think sometimes you actually don't realize that you're helping people, don't you? You can go through your day and what just is like not a big thing to you. So, for example, like if you pass someone in the street and say good morning to them, like you've probably not really thought too much into it, but for some people that like will make their day because for whatever reason you might be the only person that said good morning to them, or you might be the only person that speaks to them all day. Um, so sometimes it's the wee things that really kind of help people and lift people up. And sometimes we don't really realize that we're doing it. And I suppose that's kind of a why you know, I'm kind of the view that uh, like kindness doesn't cost anything. Um, so if you can be kind, then I don't know. I feel as I'm getting a wee bit preachy, so I'm going to shut the F up. But yeah, small kindnesses can really impact people, says Donna. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Deanne is back in action. She's back from the bus stop. Either that or she's on the bus. and she's listening to us on the bus. Um, yeah, I was just showing everyone my spread of the day, Deanne. I've pulled cards from the Shimmering Veil Tarot. And my final card, the How Can I Show Up for Other People, was the Tower. We were just chatting about who, about what that could mean. Marion has just said you be careful who you're saying good morning to. Do you know, it's funny you say that because has anyone seen Baby Reindeer on Netflix? Um, yeah, that all started just because he said, I think he said hi to Martha, and it all spiraled from there. Um, so it's funny. The other day, or yesterday morning, I was chatting to um, one of my friends in work, and I did say, "That's it. I'm going to stop being nice to people." um, but if anybody's seen Baby Reindeer, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you've not seen it, it is a tough watch, but it's good if you like kind of things that are quite tough and yeah, just look it up and see what you think. Um, but yeah, anyway, so that was my spread of the day. I just thought I would share that with you. Um, let's have a wee look. So I've got tarot of the 78 doors to share with you today. So this is the next kind of a total tarot. Um, I wasn't sure if I'd already shown this, but then when I opened it, it was still in the cellophane, so I know I've definitely not shown it. So let's have a wee look. Marion says, I'm too lazy to go to the effort of stalking someone. Oh, I know, right? It would just be so much like having to sneak about and I just can't bother with all that. Um, let's see, Four of Pentacles. So this is the start, yeah. So I am going to flip through this deck and we'll see what we think. It's actually, I'm looking at this Four of Pentacles, I'm looking at the images and it's not what I thought it was going to be, to be honest. Just taking away the title cards. I can embiggen myself. I don't need to be quite that small in the corner. Right. I'm not really loving the how blurry this is. Do these images seem blurry to anyone else, or is it just me? So let's see if I've got a wee cloth that I can wipe my phone camera down with. Got these wee wet wipes. They're actually for your glasses, but I'll use one to wipe the phone, kind of a lens, and see if it makes a difference. What's everyone else been up to this week? Or for the past few weeks, actually, since I've seen you? Has anyone been doing anything interesting? Right, what I'll do this so that you're not like. Right, let's see. Did that really make a difference? What if I turn the light on? That's a wee bit better. Right. So the backs are these kind of heavenly gates. Yeah, John says not super clear. Is that does that look better, John? That there? I can always like hold them up, but are we happy that that's a wee bit better? let me know how it looks. I won't start like firing through them all if you can't even see them. There's no point. A bit better. Right, okay. What I could maybe do is just zoom out and I'll hold them up. That might be a better idea. Um, so there's no door in this card, but the fool is holding a key. But then I suppose he is the seeker. He is the kind of a character of the deck, isn't he? So it makes sense that he's got a key. Although it is called 78 doors. If there's no door here, then surely we've only got 77 doors, no? We've got our magician. Right, okay, well there's no door here either, so I don't know, maybe it's just the idea that these are the doors and who knows. Quite a cool image, I guess. I like the High Priestess card. I love that she's got tarot cards and the crystal ball and oh, speaking of, if anyone hasn't seen it, which I don't know why you wouldn't have, but our very lovely Marion Kay um, did a video recently on how to use a crystal ball. Um, I would definitely check it out because it was actually really informative. Um, and yeah, it helped me a lot because I've had I've had this crystal ball for years now. Um, and I don't really use it. The only thing I've ever done is like, well, that's weird how it's picking up the light like that, isn't it? The only thing I've ever really done is have it sitting on the desk whilst I've been reading cards. You know, just in the same way that I would have other crystals on the desk, but I've never actually used the crystal ball. That's so cool how that's picking up the light like that. But it's going to get distracting, so I won't actually leave it on the desk like that. But yeah, freaky. But yeah, Marion's video really helped. Um, and now I feel a wee bit more confident and a wee bit less silly. Um, a wee bit less like Mystic Meg, put it that way, when I work with my crystal ball. So Diane, I don't know if you'd be able to pop a wee, if it's easy enough. Oh, you're bustling around the kitchen, right? Don't worry about it. Um, okay, we've got the Empress, the Emperor. That's quite cool. The Hierophant. Oh, an old-fashioned lovers, where he's making the choice between two. We even have the kind of apple trees as a wee bit of a nod to the Garden of Eden. Um, Chariot, very modern chariot. Justice at number 8. Just looking at what's going on here. I suppose it's I think that's the court, isn't it? And these are the court steps. It's funny because there's this kind of a expression about how many kind of matters are settled at the uh, at the steps to the courts, um, particularly in Northern Ireland. Um, to be fair, I think in Northern Ireland more things are settled in the pub over a pint. Um, but yeah, like you get this kind of like because they chat like literally just before trials and stuff, and they get things settled off just before. Um, yeah, there's obviously there's a bit of a debate, a bit of a negotiation going on here. Um, the hermit. It's a bit of an odd hermit, isn't it? It almost feels like if you were to cross, if the hermit and the Four of Cups were to have a baby, this is what it would look like. He looks so fucking grumpy, doesn't he? And there's just this. He's like, no, take your fruit, take your random cleavage boobies. Um, I don't want none of it. I just want my wee barren bushes here on the ground. Thank you very much. Um, the wheel. Well, this looks like a kind of a seance. Hi, Golden. Um, let's see. Diane, thank you very much for doing that. Donna has a small crystal ball. I'll have to check that video out. Yeah, definitely. It's a good one. Um, strength. The Hanged Man. He doesn't look very happy, does he? Death. I actually really like that. The um, the hourglass and clearly morning. I think that's a really powerful image, actually. Uh, Time Pie likes the High Priestess. Yeah, yeah, it's nice. Um, I watch my grandsons 3 times a week. Temperance. Uh, Doctor appointments for hubby and cleaning up for spring. You're a busy lady, Tammy Pie. Uh, oh, M says it looks clear enough. Donna's less than 2 weeks away from hip surgery. Looking forward to it, but also nervous. Well, I hope it goes well, Donna. My father-in-law's had. I'm pretty sure he's had his hips and his knees all replaced, and it's always went pretty well. So, um, but you said 2 weeks away. So is it 2 weeks today? Be thinking about you, devil. It's our first bit of nudity, and let's just zoom in on the booty and her booty too, for anyone that wants to see it. Tower. That that fucker's definitely coming down one way or the other, whether it's lightning or fire or the waves. Um, Mixing old-fashioned images with modern. A fan. Um, Multiple personalities is Marion. Um, it doesn't feel cohesive to me either, says Donna. Yeah, you should have said that. What's the deck? It's Tarot of the 78 Doors. So I got this with Total Tarot, but as far as I'm aware, it's a low Scarabaeo deck. Star, nice star card. Very Persephone and the Lycidian Mysteries. The moon. Oh look, she's pregnant in the moon card. That's kinda cool. You don't often see that in moon cards neither you do. But it's this link of the moon to the kind of a female cycle and the idea of the unknown. That is really cool. I like that. I know a few of yous aren't really gelling with this deck, but I'm enjoying some of the images. Um, right, okay, so we've got nakedness in the sun, unnecessary. Judgment. See, we get some people flying off to heaven in the sky, and then some people going down to hell. And the world cards. Oh, this is actually quite a. So I know it's just been on the screen there, but I'm going to hold it up close. But before I do, I'll just let you know, like for anyone that doesn't want to see this, it's a woman who's just given birth to a baby, and it's like warts and all. There's no kind of a covering up the gruesomeness. That's a terrible thing to say, but you know what I mean. Like there's blood and like just as it is, which is pretty cool. I don't know. What do we think about this for the world card? It's unique. I'll give it that. Marion, are you know a fan? um, right, I'll put the freaky world away. Golden loves it. Time Pie says could be worse. Hi Simon, you doing okay? So surgery is on the 22nd. Hip issues run in my family, so I'm familiar with the procedure, but I'm a bit nervous about being able to communicate in French while I'm in the hospital. Right, okay, I've got you. Well, best of luck. I think the 22nd is a Wednesday, isn't it? So I'll try and remember and send you a wee message on that Wednesday. Ace of Cups, got a baptism going on. Two of Cups, friendship, exchanging presents. It's quite nice. Um, John says, I don't care for the world card at all. Three of Cups. Uh, oh, Tammy Pye says, good luck, Donna. Everyone that I know that's had the surgery is really happy with it. And then Donna says, thank you so much, Tammy Pye. I've been quite debilitated for a while, so I'm looking forward to getting my life back. I likely will need the other one done as well, so I'll get to be an old hand at it. Yeah, I'm doing okay, thank you. Marion says I was a birthing partner for my bestie, and it scarred me for life. Plus, I'm highly allergic to kids. Yeah, I got first-hand experience of that. hopefully you don't mind me telling this story, Mary, and I'm going to tell it anyway. So when I was at the event that I was doing readings at, me and Marion were upstairs sitting having a coffee, and sorry, I'll keep flicking through these 4 cups. And there was a kind of a couple at the table next to us, and they had a pram at their table. Um, and Marion and I were talking. We were gossiping away, weren't we, Marion? And the next thing, out of this pram comes this wee dog's face, like proper listening into our conversation. And Marion was like, "Oh, that's the only thing that should be near me in a pram, I tell you." So yeah, Marion being allergic to kids, I can actually vouch for that. 5 of Cups. Oh, the door's on fire. Oh dear, that's a very dramatic 5 of Cups, isn't it? Like I know the 5 of Cups is difficult, but usually it's not this kind of difficult. The 6 of Cups, telling stories. 7 of Cups, dreams, dreaming about treasure and dragons and angels. The 8. Donna's saying I really like some of the cards in this deck and others not at all. That's quite funny. That was me being nice, says Marion. That 5 of Cups looks more like an old style tower card. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? 9 of Cups. Oh, the wee dog, wee puppy. And the 10 of Cups. Big celebration. Page. I don't know what he's doing with that stick. This is only he thought it was a pair of garden shears, and he's got all the way out into this desert, and he's realised it wasn't garden shears at all that he picked up. It was just a Y-shaped stick. Oh, looking for water. Right, okay, got you. Diviner. Gotcha. Dousing for water. That's me and my ignorance. That's quite a cool Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. I don't really know what's. Look, it almost looks like a I don't know. Yeah, the waterfall in the night is beautiful. That queen's a bit weird. I'm not sure how I feel about that. The king is cool. We're on at the Pentacles next. So she's holding a chain of keys. The Two of Pentacles. You get two people dive, so like synchronized diving. I guess that's supposed to be. 3, 4. How's she going to get through that tiny wee door? She's probably thinking the same thing. 5 of Pentacles. So he's at the doctor. So he's at the doctor, kind of seeking help. Um, you would assume. Alice in the 4, yeah. The 6. The Queen of Cups gave me narcissistic slash manipulative vibes. That's interesting. There's Sandy, my husband used an expression today. Main character syndrome. Has anyone ever heard of that? So that was quite cool. But means the same thing, essentially. Narcissistic. Like, you've got to be the star of the show. 7 of Pentacles. The 8. Oh, look, he's getting a tattoo of a ram on his back. That would be painful. The 9. The 10. They're up in the treehouse. Donna says, I didn't quite get what was going on with the Queen. Was she an apparition? Let me come back to it. That's the way it looked to me. Yes, she is. So that's her Queen of Cups. So yeah, it almost looks like she's some kind of a apparition, or something's appearing before this person, or she's like a genie or something like that, you know? Um, let's see. Queen of Cups reminded me of the Ice Queen. If I pulled that 5 of Pentacles in a reading, it would make me paranoid. It's suggesting that me or a loved one will be sick, says Kathy. The page. Seems a bit weird how he's got that behind his chap in the door, but he's got something behind his back. Is that just my suspicious mind? Maybe it's something nice. Knight of Pentacles is bringing a present. Marion says, is it star of the show syndrome? Are they a Leo? um, yeah, the person he was talking about, I really don't know whether they're a Leo or not. Could well be. King of Pentacles. See, this is more 4 of Pentacles vibes to me than more than the kind of a Alice card. I was thinking maybe it was meant to be a vision of Mother Mary, but she didn't look like Mary, says Donna. Um, The person kneeling seemed afraid. Hi Robin, how are you? So this is Tarot of the 78 Doors. Uh, I got it as part of the Total Tarot subscription, but it's a low Scarabaeo deck if you're looking for it. But definitely look through the whole deck, Robin, before you think about like purchasing if you are thinking about it. Because I think the feedback here is that uh, there's some cards that are really, really nice, and there's some cards that are really like don't hit the mark at all. So it's a good idea to see them all and see what you think overall. The the two of wands, she's like phasing through the door. That's a bit unusual. Like, how is that two of wands energy? Someone please explain that to me. So strange. The three of wands. Excuse me. Oh, the yawning begins. Old school. I've never taken a look at this one. Cool. It does feel like we're going back and forth between real life and fairy tales. Yeah, I know what you mean. Four of wands. See, that's a beautiful four of wands. Page bringing a message. Love people peeking around the corner, and the Queen of Pentacles. Really like the door and the king. Tammy Pie's got to go. See you later, Tammy Pie. I hope you enjoy the rest of your mac and cheese. I'm not jealous at all. Five of wands, like a bricked up doorway. Uh, a bit unusual describes the whole deck, says Donna. Two of wands, I don't know. I can see more two of swords being on both sides of the fence, so to speak, but the two of wands, perhaps not quite stepping through, just taking stock before. Yeah, yeah. Um, Six of wands. See, that makes sense. Like he's being celebrated. There's even someone giving him a standing ovation. He's clearly very pleased with himself. Like I get that. Seven of wands. A wee bit more on the random side, but it might make sense to some. The eight of wands. Loads of different keys. See that I suppose the different keys make sense in a way because it's like, different doors are opening up to you essentially. The nine, the 10. Uh, does the guidebook help any? So with the Total Tarot subscription, you don't get an actual like guidebook or a little white book with the deck. There is some information in the like the magazine, like the part of the magazine that comes with the deck, but I'm not sure which magazine it is that comes. I'm not sure which part it is that comes with this one. And it'd probably take me too long to find it. I had to back up chat because after school chaos, and I burned my thumb on sweet and sour chicken because Vela was banging a cupboard open and shut, saying, "I miss my daddy," and I landed back at the pram story. Oh, are you okay? Is your thumb all right? And as Vela stopped banging the the cupboard door. It's funny that you ended up with that story when Vela's banging a cupboard door. The Knight of Wands. I like the nine because he made it. Yeah. Ten of Wands is funny, but also a bit sad. Queen of Wands. It feels more like a Queen of Pentacles to me. It's just my personal opinion. Nine of Wands looked more like a Ten of Wands. Yeah, I get that too. What the heck was going on with the Ten of Wands? Um, your thumb's fine, right? Good. Can I be having you getting a bit with a sore thumb? Hershey's here. Hi, Hershey. Hello, Chris and everyone in chat. Sending blessings and positive vibes to all the gems near and far. Oh, that's nice, Hershey. It's lovely to see you. Yeah, Golden's confused between the 9 and the 10. My friend Robbie's here. Hi, Robbie. How are you? Hope you're all having a great week. Hope you're having a great week too. Um, Robbie's going off on a big road trip of Europe tomorrow, everyone. Ace of Swords, love it with the maze. That's really cool. Totally makes sense to me. Two of Swords. Oh, that's okay. It's an odd image for the Two of Swords. The three. She's sticking pins and like a wee poppet. Oh dear, she's not very happy, is she? The Four of Swords. And oh, hi Marita as well, by the way. How you doing? The Queen of Wands looks way too innocent. Yeah, I know what you mean. Not very wandy. And where is her cat? Um, Jonathan's here. Hi, Jonathan. He's walking to his physical therapy appointment. Is this for your shoulder, Jonathan? Are you still having trouble with your shoulder? Did you ever have trouble with your shoulder? Am I making things up? Uh, Five of Swords. Okay, feels a wee bit more Five of Pentacles to me, but whatever tickles your pickle. Six of Swords. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, so I know we're typically used to seeing that journey, from a difficult place to a less chaotic place. But when you think about like what Crowley did with the Thoth Six of Swords, that was about science, so like knowledge, and I think in the New Era Elements Tarot, which is kind of a loosely based on like your Thoth and Golden Dawn type system. I'm sure that the key word for that is knowledge. So I kind of get it, like with the internet, and you've got like these masks and these maps. So obviously this is someone who has amassed a lot of knowledge, and I get it, to be honest. For the Six of Swords, I get it. Seven of Swords. Ah, okay, I think I get it. So they're painting a picture, but it's deceptive. It doesn't show the same thing that we're looking at, but it shows you that, like, depending on your perspective, things will appear different to you than what they do to me, for example. It depends on your perspective and your experience, that you've lived throughout your life, how you actually experience things in the world. So I think that's actually quite cool. Um, See, Robin says, well, at least they've made it borderless for you. Um, if they aren't going to give you a little bit, I suppose it's got this wee white border, hasn't it? Eight of Swords. Oh, nice. Have a good and safe trip, Robbie, says Donna. Yeah, you better come back in one piece. Um, John likes the Ace of Swords. What deck is this? Says Jonathan. This is Tarot of the 78 Doors. I might just leave that there. Yeah, there's definitely. Oh, that's because I was holding that close. Tarot of the 78 Doors, Jonathan. So I got it through Total Tarot. I think it's available through Los Carabeo, unless I'm mistaken. Right, okay, yeah, Eight of Swords, followed by the wee ghosties. The Nine of Swords. Four of Swords is me whenever a man has red flags that I don't want to see. I need to look back and see what the Four of Swords was. Robbie. And then the Ten of Swords. Oh, acupuncture. I would swap the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. Uh, Says Robin. This deck looks wonderful. I got to watch the playback to see the rest I missed. Yeah, I was saying to Robin Hershey, definitely if you're thinking about getting this, then definitely make sure you see all of the images because some of them are really nice and really good. Some of them are really weird, and for me they wouldn't work as that particular card. So for me, this is one I would advise making sure you kind of see them all. Um, Page of Swords. He's hiding for this guy. Do you think he's been playing Chapador and run away? The Knight of Swords. A centaur try to break down this gate. Really? I'm not sure. I don't understand. The Queen. Uh, I'll be honest, I don't get that for the Queen of Swords. Unusual image. And the King of Swords. The king is the doctor. I get that because you're using your knowledge, the stuff that you've learned to help other people. Um, Man of science, I totally get that. So yeah, all in all, some of the images are really nice. Some of them are unusual. Marion says Six of Swords. They're online booking flights to get the fuck away. Oh right, on the internet, yeah. Yeah, and when this deck was created, the internet and computers were booming and new and exciting. Really? Is it that old? I didn't know that. I don't know why I'm looking at the box. It's not going to tell me when it was made. Um, Jonathan says, no, I am working on my neck because I had whiplash as a teenager and it's been giving me trouble for decades. And yeah, my shoulder was an issue in 2020. You've had whiplash since you were a teenager? I didn't realise whiplash could last that long. God, that sucks. The 8 looks more 9, says Marita. Hello, everyone saying hi. I'm walking, so it's hard to type. That's okay. Switch the 8 and the 9. Uh, yeah, you're right. It does have a border on it. I'm so used to seeing it with the big borders with all the titles. Oh, I see. Right. This seems so much more expansive. Right. Okay, I've got you. Laughing out loud at the centaur. Yeah, I don't get the centaur. Um, weirdest card so far. Yeah. Yeah, breaking down the door. I'm doing that as well. The table camera's still on. So for anyone that didn't quite see it, this is what we're talking about. Um, might need to track down this deck. I've often seen the Ten of Swords as an acupuncture treatment. Yeah, it reminds me of what you used to say. I'm sure you said that a couple of times when we did like our Tarot Sundays. Um, yeah, the Queen died. It's weird. Weird medical vibe in this deck. Need to rewatch it. The deck is intriguing. Jonathan's at his appointment. Yeah, so not sure. I'm really not sure. But hey ho, some of these total tarot decks are a bit unusual, and that's cool. I'm sure that it will work for someone. Okay, oh, it's 10:05. Why don't we crack on with our spread? So, find that the spread that I've got for you today is the universal actions spread. Actually, incidentally, before I go on, if anyone does anyone subscribe to this wee magazine here? Um, so it's Kim Arnold that arranges the tarot conference in London, and Stephen Bright, I think that basically put this together. But this is so this is actually an image from our very lovely Marion, who's here with us, or at least was here with us. Uh, Marion is currently in the midst of creating a new deck, and this is an image from it, um, which is absolutely beautiful. And I'll let you look up I'll let you, look up what the deck is and stuff. It's definitely worth looking into. Oh, she's still here blushing. Um, so yeah, there's like some more. I don't want to kind of give everything away, but there's some more images like in the actual magazine, and it's the deck that Marion's working on is called the Grief Journey Oracle. So definitely look up Marion and look up the Grief Journey Oracle. Look up some of the images, um, and then I challenge you not to want to have the deck in your hands right now when you see some of these beautiful images that have been created, and when you look at the story behind what she says about why she's creating it. Absolutely stunning. But yeah, that wasn't even the reason that I pulled this magazine out. The reason I pulled it out is because look at that wee face. But yeah, I did with some friends. I did like a tarot Sunday, a Zoom get together, and we used one of your spreads, Marion. So we did, and it was really good fun. It was really good. We enjoyed it. Uh, so yeah, if you don't subscribe to the Esoterical magazine, then definitely look it up, check it out. And yeah, I'd encourage you to sign up for it. It's only like I think there's only like a couple of editions that come out in a year or something, if even that. So it's not a massive like uh, commitment or anything, but it's definitely worth it. There's some really nice stuff in there. So anyway, sorry, I Going a bit off track there. The tarot spread we're going to be doing is the Universal Actions spread. It's a 4 card spread, and it says here the Universal Action spread encourages the querent to clarify what their goals are, helping them to find the right strategy to get the result they want and examine the consequences of their actions. So very down to earth spread. And I don't think it really needs a particular, any kind of a special tarot deck. I think I will use the Afro Goddess Tarot, the new mass market edition, which I first saw on the lovely Robin's channel, just to give Robin a wee plug while she's here. Can you confirm this is not a sponsored by Marion video? Marion, any video that I do from now on is going to be a sponsored by Marion video, because you just make anything a lot better. So, how cheesy is that? But no, it's not. I can confirm it's not. She's not asked me to say any of this. I didn't even know Marion was going to be here, to be fair, because she's a busy lass. But yeah, what can I say? It's so cool that you all have subscription magazines that come with tarot decks. Yeah, that's quite cool. That's quite cool. Robin says, "Hey, tuning in late, but just in time for the spread." Yeah, Robin, and it's just a wee 4 card spread today, so we don't need to worry about it taking too long or being too long of a spread. I'm going to use the Afro Goddess, the new mass market edition. What are you guys? Who's pulling cards with me, and what decks are you guys using? Oh, you're very welcome. Trying to find it any search queues. The magazine or the Grief Journey Oracle. So the magazine is the Esoterical. So that's what to search. And Marion's deck is the Grief Journey Oracle. I'm not sure how much information you'll actually find about it online, just because it's still in the process of being created. I'm beginning to doubt that you're actually a Scorpio. Well, in real sky astrology, I'm a Libra. Libra. I can't even get the word out properly. That's how much I don't want to be a Libra. I say that some of my favourite people are Libras, Deanne included. Deanne, if you're still here. So Marita is going to use our new animal guides. Nice. Oh, Golden's asking about the Grief Journey Oracle. So yeah, what I would do is I would subscribe to Marion on Instagram. Subscribe to her on so it's Marion K Tarot. Subscribe on Instagram because that's our main platform that she uses. But subscribe on YouTube as well because she does put out some brilliant wee videos. And you'll probably find that you'll get some snippets of information on it through that. You can have a check out Marion's story every day and stuff. You'll probably see stuff pop up every now and then. Robin's joining in and using the stinky weight. So that's the Rider-Waite Smith that's got those kind of a black backgrounds that I actually thought was quite nice. Let's see, Kathy's using the Symbolic Soul Tarot. Golden is using Everyday Witch. Robin is going to use the Marseille. So I want to say that with a French kind of a pronunciation, Marseille Pontreville, but I'm not sure if that's right. Is That's the right way to say it. Um, I actually can't quite remember what prendre is the verb for. Is it take? No, I can't remember. Try to cast my mind back to when I was like 15 and doing high school French. Donna recently got the Rosebud Tarot, so I'll take that for a spin. Marion says the Kickstarter is launching in November. Each image is being hand painted in oil paints. The artist lives 20 minutes away from where Pixie painted the Rider-Waite Smith. Just a weird coincidence. Yeah, so definitely keep on the lookout for it in November and stay subscribed to Marion so as you can get all the updates and stuff on it. Uh, as take. Oh, well, go me. That's like my one thing that I've remembered today. That's me. That's my brain. It's done. I've used my one brain cell. Let's see. To take or to have. Right, okay. Nice. Just watched your Marseille pit deck video today, Robin, says Donna. I'm not sure if I've seen that. I'll need to check it out. Oh, that'll be my. I don't work on Fridays, although I do have to sign on tomorrow for a meeting, but only for half an hour. Um, but yeah, I don't work on Fridays, so that's when I get to catch up on all my tarot tube and stuff. So I'll watch your video then. And just so you know, Robin, you'll be getting casted to my TV. So I'll be watching you in 65 inches of Ultra HD. I'm sure you're delighted to know that. Uh, let's see. Yeah, that's perfect, or at least that's how she says it. I can't speak French. She says it means the Marseille of being alive or something like it. Ah, okay. Um, Marion is joining in and using the Spacious Tarot. Oh, nice. Very nice. I've not seen the Spacious Tarot being used in ages, never have. Uh, uh, that'll be huge. Yeah. But it means I get to sit back with a cup of tea and enjoy. Okay, shall we kick off then? So, I read out what it said about the spread in general. So, it encourages the querent to clarify what their goals are, help them to find the right strategy to get the result that they want, and examine the consequences of their actions. So, this spread is maybe helpful if you've got something in mind that you want to achieve. This will maybe help you brainstorm. Just some of the like strategies and what you can do about it, and what some consequences might be. So the first card is the goal, okay, and they were just laid out 1, 2, 3, 4 in the spread. So the first card in the spread isn't picked at random. I've just picked mine at random. Oh well. But it says here anyway, for anyone that wants to know, the first card in the spread isn't picked at random, but is selected by the querent to represent the goals that they are setting. The querent can help, sorry, the reader can help the querent choose the card, but must pay attention to the reasons that prompted the querent to select that particular card, so that they can bear this in mind when the goal is considered in relation to the other cards. Right, okay. So I'm actually going to stick with this because this does make sense for a particular goal that I've got in mind. Seven of Pentacles for me, as you are putting a lot of work into something, and you're having to wait for the right time to actually see the outcomes of that, the fruits of your labour. sometimes it can be saying it represents that kind of a feeling of, well, am I ever actually going to get to, is this going somewhere? Am I doing all this work for nothing? Um, am I just kind of a doing this for am I actually going to get anything out of it type thing? So I do kind of a feel as though part of me feels as though I'm in that place. So this makes perfect sense for me. So I'm not going to like put it away and find another card because I think it's perfect. What I would maybe do, like if I was picking a particular card, is I would maybe go through and find that card. So say it was like the Eight of Wands, for example, if that was the card that I wanted, then I'd maybe take the Eight of Wands and then rather than like just taking the rest from the top of the deck, I'd maybe take the three cards after that. But anyway, my card was from the top of the deck. So Seven of Pentacles, what do you guys what is the spread called again? So the spread is called the Universal Actions Spread. So I'll put stuff in the chat. Universal Actions Spread, and position number one is the goal. So Robin has the High Priestess, and his goal is to better understand the tarot. Right, okay. That's a really nice card for that. I like the card you've picked. Marita says that's too funny. Remember my star card last time? So you've got the star card again? Okay. So what are you thinking? Like, does that have a particular meaning for you, Marita? What are your thoughts on it? Golden has got the Seven of Swords. Okay. Um, so Marita's got 17. I've got the Seven of Pentacles and you've got the Seven of Swords. That's interesting. Um, yeah, so have you selected that or did you pick that at random? Does that represent a particular goal for you? Um, if I was just thinking off the top of my head, I would say maybe the Seven of Swords represents finding a new way to solve a particular problem. So there's maybe something that's been stumping you and going at it with the traditional methods just hasn't been working. So the Seven of Swords represents you finding an alternative solution that might be a wee bit unorthodox, might be a wee bit controversial, but it's an alternative solution to that problem. And it's going to let you cut through some of the bullshit. Robin's got the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands, I know traditionally in like our Rider-Waite Smiths and stuff, the Three of Wands represents kind of we tend to see someone waiting for something, don't we? Not unlike what I've got here in my Seven of Pentacles, but for me, the Three of Wands has always came up for me to give me an absolute kick up the arse. It's like, just do it. Just do the thing. Stop hesitating. Stop questioning yourself. Just do the thing, whatever it might be. To me, the Three of Wands is like a push out the door. That's what that's always represented to me. And the way that that makes sense to me because threes are linked to the Empress. They're all about creation, creativity, taking action. It's the first kind of a physical steps into the world. So with the wands representing our passions, kind of our endeavors, our enterprises, our projects, the things that kind of that spark us, that fire us up, that we feel like they give our life meaning. Um, the three is like that fire is being lit essentially. Um, so that's kind of what the Three of Wands has always meant for me. So I don't know whether that resonates with your particular goal, Robin. Let's see, John, you've got the Eight of Pentacles. About getting back to work, right? Okay, okay. So getting back into the swing of things. My goal, says Marita, is to be the star in their own channel. Right, okay. Okay, excellent. Uh, Still here, going to pull cards for this later, says Deanne. That's okay. For anyone who is pulling cards either just now or later, or maybe you're watching this back another time and pulling cards with us, do feel free to post your spreads anywhere really, like on Insta, on Facebook. If you're in the Barely Balanced Tarot group, then post it there. Maybe it's like a wee comment response to my, where I've posted that I was going live. Um, let's see. Golden says the goal to understand what I'm doing with my life. Right, okay, a worthy goal indeed. Um, see. Oh, the two comments have kind of merged there. Um, my life isn't working a perfect card, right? Okay, okay. So, oh, you got the Seven of Swords, right? Okay. Marion got the Nine of Cups. So Marion has selected the Nine of Cups because that's the card that got shouted into my head. It makes sense due to all the things that I'm working on to make successful. Right. Okay. Cool. Um, and yeah, that's the Nine of Cups is a beautiful card. There's some really nice depictions of it. One of Chiro's decks actually, the Legacy of the Divine has a beautiful Nine of Cups, and it's just this person like setting his table for like friends to come, and he's welcoming friends to the table. And it's just a really kind of a warm, welcoming card, um, which makes sense for you because you're a very warm, welcoming person, Marion. I better stop giving you compliments actually, because you're going to get sick of me. Um, yep, absolutely felt like a kick up the arse, says Robin. Uh, Three of Wands also ready to step forward into the next phase, literally and figuratively. Um, oh yeah, because of your hip replacement. Oh, that's beautiful. So for Kathy, the goal was the magician to bring my creative ideas into being and stop procrastinating. Nice. Um, let's see. Star, not to give up hope, says Nancy. Very nice. I think Marita got the star as well. I'll get Chiro's autograph for you when I see him in January. Amazing. Nice. Is it StarCon? You'll see him, Marion. First time thinking of the Three of Wands as the procrastinator card. I get it though. I get it because you've got someone who's kind of who does appear to be waiting. So you've got to question what they're waiting on. Um, the Three of Wands and the Rosebud Tarot speaks of ambitious but achievable goals. Nice. Um, okay. So Marion says, "Yeah, StarCon, come with me." Oh, listen, see if I had the resources to be able to just go to, is it Florida, isn't it? Is that right? Or wherever it's over in the States, I would absolutely love to. I would love to come with you. Um, yeah, maybe one of these days, actually. Maybe one of these days. Um, Earth was that. Did anyone see that? Something just flew across the screen. I saw it on the table, but I didn't see anything, and well, that was freaky. Anyway, yeah, Golden saw it as well. Right, card two. I'm going to move on to card two. So, card two is the strategy, representing the way that the querent intends to act in order to achieve a set goal. This card can represent a specific and well defined action. However, it's more likely that the card represents a set of actions or an attitude that can be better defined by answering the question, how do you intend to behave so that you can achieve your goal? If the querent is engaged and active and responds well to the suggestions put to them by the reader, the latter the reader may opt not to pick out the card referring to strategy at random, but to ask the querent to select it in the same way as the first card. Doing this changes the nature of the reading. The querent is no longer asking the cards for advice on how to behave, but is deciding how to act and seeking help from the cards and examining the potential consequences and assessing their choice. However, experience teaches us that if the querent was not at ease selecting the goal card, it's unlikely that asking them to select a second card will have a positive outcome, which could compromise the effectiveness of the reading. The reader must assess whether to use this variation on a case by case basis. That was a very long, oh, there it's there, blurb for that spread position. But essentially, the salient points are this is the strategy. Um, this is so think of the question, how do you intend to behave so that you can achieve your goal? And think how your card that you get answers that question. If you want to, you can pull it at random. If you want to, you can select your card. I'm going to continue and pull at random. Oh, and I've got the death card. Um, so to the strategy. Oh, okay. So this is the way that I need to act in order to achieve the set goal. It actually makes me think like there's part of me that thinks it's saying don't be scared to walk away from this if it's not working for you. Do you know what I mean? Just given that it's the death card, given that so if you can see this, this appears to be like dead, you know, the kind of a plant or maybe it's like a tree trunk or I'm not really sure what this is, but it's definitely not as thriving as what this is. Um, but it's like it's she's accepting of the situation that she's in. She's accepting that there's a need to move on and not basically continue to put all of your time and energy into something that's maybe just not working. So in actual fact, that's what this makes me think. It makes me think, you know, you need to know when to cut your losses, and that's maybe the best strategy for me in this particular, you know, in this particular endeavor. Um, what do other people think about the death card in that position? Let's see. So Marita has judgment. Uh, okay. So being willing to, well, I suppose it could be the advice could be twofold. Being willing to let go of, you know, the judgments that you hold yourself to, um, and perhaps your perception of what other people's judgment is of you. If you want to be that, you know, if you want to be the star of your own channel, um, you need to, you know, let go of that. You're not doing this for other people. You need to be doing this for yourself. But also judgment for me is like drawing a line in the sand and moving on, you know. Moving on from maybe the stuff that's come before, the doubts and the shit things that have maybe happened in the past. Learn what we can from them, draw a line under it, and move on until like a new day. Um, and I think there's a promise as well with judgment that, you know, once we do find ourselves in that new place, we kind of have this new appreciation, this new understanding of, you know, our experience and the just things round about us. The Empress for Golden. Um, so, I mean, your creativity would appear to be key there. Golden, was it you that got the Seven of Swords? So yeah, I mean, you've said that that's about understanding what you're doing with your life. So I suppose the Empress might be encouraging you to be creative. Um, yeah, tap into your more creative side, I guess. Robin has got the Empress as well, sitting pretty, nurturing and coaxing meaning out of the tarot cards. Right, okay, okay. Um, let's see. Marion has the Three of Cups as the strategy. Achieve my goals with a little help from my friends. Lovely. We love that. Three of Cups, that was my card for one of my cards for today. Golden says, gosh, a mirror image. Oh, someone else has got judgment. Lots of synchronicities happening here. This always happens. So the Three of Wands and then emergence or judgment. Um, yeah, so I suppose for you, Donna, that could be like, so you'll have gotten used to the way that things are just now. You'll have built up like not defenses, but you'll have gotten used to just having to be careful about certain things. And maybe getting into your head that there's certain things that you can't do because of the position that you're in. And I suppose to some degree you're going to have to like leave that behind. You're going to have to relearn, what your limits are and what your capabilities are and stuff like that. So it sounds like an exciting new journey, an emergence, if you will. We love that. Card eight, card one was the Eight of Pentacles. Card two is the Four of Swords. Okay, so making sure you said that the Eight of Pentacles is about getting back into work. So your strategy, the Four of Swords. So could that be about not working yourself, like not working yourself to death, like making sure that you take time to recharge your energy and um, yeah, like to rest, have that needed rest that we all need to have at the end of the day. Death card, it's your card, so in order to get success, be yourself and trust yourself. Yes, my Scorpio card, isn't it? That's true. The death card is such a mirror image. It seems to say move on. Um, yeah, Seven of Swords and then the Empress. Yeah, I pulled at random. Card one was the Magician, and card two is the Ace of Wands. Oh, we love that. So the Magician is your card one, so that was the goal. So your goal seems to be so you've got these four things on your table that you're trying to do, and the strategy apparently is to focus on one thing at a time. Don't try and do all four at once. Focus on one thing at a time, and why not start at the beginning with the fire suit? Um, a very good place to start. So yeah, take it in steps and don't try and do everything at once, Kathy, is what that would say to me. Harnessing my spark of creativity, remembering why I'm doing this in the first place. I'd say death means that you have to be willing to make a complete change or transformation to a new way of being. Yeah. Um, Robin says one was Three of Wands, two is the Eight of Swords. Developing and strengthening a mindset that's aligned with the forward motion that I'm meant to be focused on. Nice. Like that. Yeah, we love that. Um, I think the Empress is for me to see the beauty and abundance in life, but I'm also trying to paint, says Golden. Oh, nice. What kind of stuff are you painting? What paints are you? What type of paints are you working with? I was a fan of acrylics. I did try a wee bit of watercolor. I've got my watercolor painting here. No. No, I don't. Um, but yeah, what kind of paints are you using? It makes me think about finding ways to unpack and let go of worries to make space for success. Yeah, definitely. Like your eight swords, it's very kind of a mind focused, isn't it? So your three of wands brings the passion and the, that kick out the door, that spur of energy that you need. The strategy, the eight of swords. So what was that question? How do you intend to behave so that you can achieve your goal? Yeah, very much kind of a focused on the intellectual side of it, isn't it? Um, and it's a Marseille deck you're working with as well, actually. So, Robin, does your Eight of Swords have that traditional kind of a Marseille, um, whatever we nosy at a Marseille Eight of Swords here? Of course, it's not in order because I was shuffling it. Six. There she is. So does it look kind of like this? Yep, it sure does. Cool. Okay. So I always get this kind of a feeling of protection as well when it comes to this. Um, just because this almost creates like a barrier, like a fence. Um, so yeah, how you do that is, you know, three of wands. So your three of wands will be like the cross with the one through it. Um, See, it's funny because Marseille just reads differently to me than what other decks do. Um, Sorry, I know I'm veering off course a wee bit here, but I find this stuff interesting. So let's find the three of wands because with these, I feel as though it's easier to read them when they're actually in front of you. Whereas with like a Rider-Waite Smith, I can picture exactly what that looks like in my head. There it's there. So, Robin, is this kind of what you're looking at then? So this makes me feel a wee bit differently. So you're kind of a focused on your goal, right? Because like, see how like it's like an asterisk, it's a star, and you've got this central point. Your three wands is marking out your central point. So that's your kick out the door. That's kind of you've got your eye on the prize. You know exactly what it is that you want. And then to me, the strategy, to see how the center opens up, and we see this like beautiful way. I mean, in my deck, you're seeing this flower in the middle, but it's almost like everything's opening up in order to make space for you to then go for that goal. And I think like when we're passionate about something, sometimes it's easy to like have that kind of um to have that one track mindset, and to be so kind of focused on one aspect of it that it can be really hard to actually get there and achieve it. Whereas this appears to be like using your mind, using your intellect to actually, right, let's actually make way, let's make space in order to get to this thing, you know? Um, so sorry. Any chance to nerd out about Marseille and I'll take it. Okay. I think the Empress is for me. Oh yeah, sorry, I said that, didn't I? Also trying to paint. The emergence card shows people with butterfly wings. So yes, being reborn into a new physical form, beautiful. Makes me think about finding ways to unpack and let go of worries to make space for success. Yeah, sorry, I read that too. I think I'm going back on my messages, aren't I? Oh, line drawn with gouache. Right, very nice, Golden. Your death card is a strategy. Maybe be prepared for inevitable change in your plans. Your goal itself may evolve into something new. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad it helps. Right. Well, we move on to card three. So card three is the result. This card represents the effects that will be achieved by applying the strategy to the issue that is being explored. In particular, this card refers to the direct consequences of the querent's actions, which involve them and the situation that's being analysed. So the result. So for me, I've got the Hermit. Um, so for me, in order to achieve my goals, I need to be able to look at it realistically, and see what's not working for me, and to not have any qualms about leaving that behind. What that results in is me, um, perhaps spending more time kind of going within, um, gaining more knowledge, not from, I suppose, looking at what other people have done or learning from the books, or this is more about learning my own truth rather than you know other stuff. Um, so yeah, that and potentially maybe like being so the hermit's like a card of isolation, but it's whether it's like actual literal isolation or whether it's more like an internal thing. Um, so yeah, so card three is the result. Uh, it really does look like it's forming an open space, and I was thinking about that space, but I couldn't grab the words. I'm glad. I'm glad that that's helpful for you. Um, so golden. Oh, sorry, I skipped you, Marita. Your third card was the magician. That's pretty cool. So, right. So you've got three majors so far. I know I've got two, but you're winning. You've got three. So you've got your star, you've got your judgment, and now you've got the magician. So your result, I mean, that's really positive, isn't it? Considering what you said the star was about, like the magician, you're standing there with all the skills, you've got all the tools in your belt, and you're channeling that energy. You're doing the thing that you set out to do. So I think that's really cool. Um, Golden has got the Eight of Pentacles as your result. So I mean, again, that feels positive to me. For me, the Eight of Pentacles as a positive card. It's that we're definitely seeing progress being made. Um, Robin got the Page of Pentacles. So High Priestess, then the Empress, then the Page of Pentacles. So humility of a starter's position and learning tarot on a very long journey. I think it's just I don't think that's about necessarily a starter's position, Robin. To me, I would interpret that more as just um I mean, we're all learning and we're all Chris Butler. I was chatting to Chris Butler a couple of weeks back, and he said to me, um, he probably started off by saying darling because he calls everybody darling. But he says he's I can't remember how many decks he's created, but he's created however many decks. He's been working with the tarot for decades longer than I've even been alive. Um, and he says that he's still can't remember if he says I'm still learning or I still know fuck all or what however he termed it, but the point is we're all learning and we're all going to be learning always. So I think the result is just realizing that you're always going to be learning new stuff. And that to me is what makes it so interesting and why I'm such a geek for this stuff. It's because I'm always learning, and always kind of getting new ideas and stuff. Um, Hermit, go into your man cave and rethink. Yeah. So the Five of Swords, you're using a TDM too. So you see, you had your Eight of Pentacles. So it's the Eight of Pentacles that look like does the Eight of Pentacles look like? Can't remember if they're in two rows of four or if they're kind of a set out like tables. That's 10. It's always the last. Oh, there it's there. So in mine, it's two rows of four. So that suggests that your goal is to bring order. Oh, you said it was about getting back to work actually. But I suppose just getting a bit of structure and order back in life. If it's about getting it back into work, then bringing that order back. Your Four of Swords. That was the strategy. So I guess like the four is a protective space. So I suppose setting healthy boundaries. Again, that kind of is in keeping with what we were saying about the four before. But then you've got the Five of Swords as the result. So in actual fact, so the Five of Swords, that fifth sword comes and smashes through your four. So you might actually find that what will end up happening is you kind of go outside your comfort zone. You go outside the box, and you kind of need to rethink. Um, you need to rethink your boundaries and your stuff that you knew before. Is this making sense? Feels like I'm rambling a wee bit there. Um, let's see. Donna has strength as the result. Well, we love that. Do we need to say any more? I think that's an amazing card to have for you, Donna. We love that for you. Let's see. The goal was the Magician, the strategy was the Ace of Wands, and the result was the Eight of Wands. Nice. So your strategy was the Ace, and then your result is your Eight. So you're kind of your goals they're being amplified. It's almost like things are being taken to a whole new level. So that again, that feels really positive. So it does. The Page of Pentacles could be new discoveries. Could be for Robin, yeah. Marrying the result, the Two of Swords. I like the thought keywords for this card. That it's peace. The result is that I'll find internal peace in the process of this endeavor. That's really nice. Marseille as a whole confuses me because I have trouble shutting out my inner RWS's Midnight Unicorn. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, I mean, for me, lots of people who read Marseille they'll translate it to the RWS, and that's what works for them, which is fine. For me, I've really had to concentrate on shutting out that translation and just actually appreciating the images for what they are and reading them for what they are. That's what's worked best for me with Marseille. But you know, that's not how everybody reads, which is fair enough. Robin's got the Page of Cups as the result, so I like the way that this follows what you said about opening up the space, opening up the mind to make space for this new, fresh, inspirational energy of the Page of Cups. Yeah, yeah, that is really cool. The Page of Cups is almost like that. It's like that innocence, isn't it? Just that you appreciate everything with the innocence of a child. Just like you say, the fresh and inspired energy. Um, it's really nice. That makes sense. That with your Five of Swords, yeah. Uh, so TDM, uh, John says he mixes RWS with numerology. Yeah, cool. Me too. TDM works best for me when I read it as its own thing. Our Shining Lights is here. Hi there, how you doing? Says hi everyone. It's lovely to see you. Um, Marion's recommending reading up on numerology and applying those to the TDM. Yeah, that was how I started with Tarot de Marseille. Was um, I established what all of the numbers meant for me, and then I started off by using that. Right, what does this number mean? What does the suit mean? And take it from there. But eventually, I fell into a way of like, still got that somewhere, um, but also like what's happening in the image. Um, Jonathan is back walking home from physical therapy. How did you get on, Jonathan? Was it all right? I had a book by Yoav Bendov that I'm working my way through that will definitely take on board the numerology. Excuse me. Um, will definitely take on board the numerology tips. Nice. Okay, so the final card in this spread, card number 4, is the consequences. So this is the consequences. So in a similar way to the result card, this one examines the effects that will be achieved by applying the strategy. However, in this instance, the reader is focusing on the indirect consequences of the querent's actions. The card in this position relates to the consequences affecting various areas in their life, including other people who are perhaps only marginally involved in the situation, and above all, the long term. Okay, so maybe if I just let go of some of the stuff that I'm trying to do here, and not try and take on so much, if I'm willing to work out what's not working, walk away from that, um, and just I suppose spend some time just being more content in and of myself, then it might the I suppose the unforeseen consequences is that it might, that this to me is my relationship with my husband. Um, so it might give me more time, more headspace, just more spoons in general. Um, and to spend that time, and have that, you know, that connectedness with him. Um, so yeah, that's how I think I would read that card. 4. So the consequences. Uh, let's see. So Robin says, this is why I decided to only work with Marseille and Pip decks this month. So I am not looking at RWS stuff while I work on it. It's like a new language, so I'm using immersion. Nice. Are you I'll no doubt I'll no doubt hear all about it when I cash it to the TV tomorrow, Robin. But are you making any particular video content on your in-depth kind of a working with the pips? So a Shining Light says, first time here, I heard Gerald at Tarot Stash mention you. Oh, well, thank you very much for being here. You're very welcome, and it's lovely to have you. Um, so we're just pulling cards together for now, and we've just finished off the spread. But feel free to, pull the spread, and let us know what you've got. So we've got the goal, the strategy, the result, and the consequences are the 4 spread positions. Um, let's see. So consequences for Marita was the King of Cups. Nice, nice. So I suppose that might just be like having that more managed connection with others. Um, so through having a YouTube channel, you do connect with other people, you know. Well, we'll look at what I'm doing right now, you know. We're all having this chat and connecting in this way that we just wouldn't be doing if, well, at least I wouldn't be doing it with you if I didn't have my, if I didn't have my channel in this way. So, um, it's a kind of a special moment. It's a special connection, and I think that's maybe what your King of Cups is saying. The Page of Pentacles for Golden. So let's see, you had your Seven of Swords. Was your, you're working stuff out. Your Empress was about being creative about it. Um, Eight of Pentacles seems to indicate that there is a good result. You're working towards some progress with it. And then the consequence is the Page of Pentacles. So again, like kind of like what Robin was saying, maybe it's about having a beginner mindset. Maybe it's about you'll learn something new, learn a new skill kind of thing. Was it you, Golden, that said you've been painting? It was, wasn't it? Can't seem to find your message, but I'm pretty sure it was you that said you've been painting. So maybe that represents you kind of a learning the new skill. Robin has got the Ace of Cups, communion with the unknowable, and the process unlimited potential for emotional joy and tarot discovery. Can't say it better than that. Consequences is the youth, which is the fool for Donna. So you're going to take up parkour. Um, see, John has the hermit. So let's see, your Five of Swords was the result, was you're kind of a smashing your boundaries. Um, just I suppose you could see that as like breaking through like preconceived notions of what you're capable of and stuff like that. Um, and this like your consequences, the hermit, I suppose that could be about knowing yourself, going within, knowing yourself a lot better. Donna says maybe I'll feel closer to my real age than 15 or 20 years older like I do now. Uh, haven't planned any videos, just working through the Anna Maria Morsuke book, Morsuche, and trying to stay focused. Good for you. Consequences for Marion was the Three of Pentacles, so learning that I don't have to do everything on my own. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, let's see. Page of Cups, and then yours was Temperance. So that really does like paint a picture, because you've got your page with the one cup, and then you've got Temperance with the two cups, and it's almost like for Temperance, they're usually doing like pouring the water against gravity, so they're performing some kind of supernatural or magical like feat in Temperance. So it's almost like the page, the result is you believe in the magic, and then Temperance is once you believe in the thing, you can actually do it. Do you know what I mean? It takes for you to believe in something for you to actually be able to do it, or at least do it properly. Um, so yeah, that's pretty cool. So you've got your goal, you're creating space for it. Um, you're kind of like getting that innocence, getting there, and getting that inspiration with your page. And then the consequences is Temperance card. I like it. Thank you, Chris, and I'll go to get my dinner out of the oven, says Marita. Thank you for being here, Marita. It was lovely to see you. Goal, magician, strategy was Ace of Wands, result was the Eight of Wands, and then consequences, the Four of Pentacles. So maybe that is just about being a bit more stable in a material way. So your goal, your strategy, your result all feels very kind of a action and goal oriented. Your consequence is it's actually going to give you more stability in your life. Let's see, toast. That sounds like you have some cool stuff ahead. Uh, Nothing's going to stand in my way anymore, says Donna. We love that. When it involves tarot, always. Alchemy, yeah. Yeah, it is a really magical card, isn't it? Um, Kind of curious to see what temperance. There she is. Okay, so your Page of Cups and your Temperance. So yeah, it really does tell a nice story, doesn't it? Because so this was becoming focused on the goal, creating space to actually be able to achieve it. The page kind of rehashes that idea because he's taking the lid off the cup, and then Temperance shows the water being poured. So there's like a story there. So there is. It's actually really nice. Um, and also like see how that like the cup is golden here, but here the cups are like blue and red, so they represent like the different elements. Your water and your fire. So that can be like kind of they're almost kind of a taking on life from around about them. Like seeing things from different perspectives, different angles. There's so many different ways you could go with that. But yeah, love it. Um, I almost put them away without thinking there. I still need to take a picture of them to post on the socials. Let's see. My bottom card is the Magician. Yes, I've got this, says Robin. Absolutely. Funny, I'll just look to my Scorpio card, Death. I'll offer your bottom card. I don't normally do bottom cards, but I'll do it for you guys. I've got the Two of Wands. I normally add them up. I do the numbers. So 7 plus 13 plus 9 plus 6. Let's see, 7 and 6 is 13. 13 and 13 is 26. And then plus 9 is 35. Um, so that's 8, which is strength in this deck. So strength, being strong, knowing yourself, knowing, you're believing in yourself, being confident. I suppose that's going to be the key here, being able to kind of walk away from this thing that's maybe not working for me. Let's see. So Midnight Unicorn has pulled the card. So for your goal, you've got the Hierophant. So maybe you're trying to learn something new or immerse yourself into some sort of tradition. Strategy, the Eight of Swords. So I'm not sure what kind of deck you're working with, Midnight Unicorn, but Eight of Swords, depending on the deck, could mean different things. So that could I'll say mental alignment. That'll be my summary of it. Whether you've got this kind of a Eight of Swords, where you're seeing this kind of a, or you could look at this as a, protection, or you could look at it as like kind of a making space for being able to get to the goal, or even if it's like your kind of a Rider-Waite-Smith type Eight of Swords, where we see someone who's trapped, but again, mental alignment because you are working things out and you actually need to realize that you have the key to freeing yourself there. Um, we then have the result as the Queen of Cups, which is a lovely result. Especially after all that swordsy energy, it's nice to have that kind of a watery emotional release or relief. And then the consequences is your Six of Swords. So getting yourself from, you can see that as taking yourself from one place to another, going to like getting a bit of mental harmony. So talking about like the numerology, for me, the six is about like harmony, and kind of a getting over the difficulties of the fives, and the swords are the card of the mind. So I see the Six of Swords as being about mental kind of a reconciliations and harmonies. And I do think the Smith weight demonstrates that nicely. Um, so Jonathan has also pulled his cards. So Two of Pentacles. So your goal is to maybe get better balance, better work-life balance, maybe. Strategy is the Hermit. So really kind of a going within and knowing yourself, like becoming familiar with what your own limits are and your own strengths and capabilities as well. Funnily enough, card three, strength. So that's the goal. Sorry, that's the result. And then card four is awakening. So that new perspective that you'll maybe gain from, um, from going through that journey. And you're using Tarot of Echoes. I was looking at the cups and I ended up swapping the decks just so that I could use one that I haven't used yet. The page that I have has an empty cup and then Temperance has the water. I'm really liking it. Nice. I'm going to post these on the Facebook group so that you can see. Amazing. Amazing. Are you on Barely Balanced then, Robin? I would love to see your spread. Bottom card is the Three of Pentacles for Jonathan. Never thought of adding up the numbers of the cards. Yeah, I find it usually gives me a nice wee overview, or a bit of a general message, something just that I'm going to need to know generally throughout. Um, yeah, so it's something that I tend to do a lot of the time. Adding, I get 18 or 9, the Moon or the Hermit. So going solo and uncovering the unknown. Adding the four cards gets me to 12, which is the Hanged Man. So I think I actually said gaining a new perspective. So that's pretty cool. What numbers are the courts? So golden, I tend to call them, so pages are 11, knights are 12, queens are 13, and kings are 14. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Um, my card's reduced to 4, which is the Emperor, which was my card of the month for April. Nice. Journey to Oz and Wonderland, which is RWS based. The Six of Swords confused me the most, but I'm just glad that my stalker didn't pop up. The Four of Swords, right? Um, oh, I'm there now. You've just joined. Brilliant. Good. Well, I look forward to seeing it. Um, 11 Justice for Golden. Okay, so that's your card of the year. Nice. It's been so much fun. It has, and it's been more fun because you've been here, Marion, because all of you have been here. So thank you so much. It's been great to see you. Um, Never on Facebook yet, to be honest. I'm not on it all that much either, to be fair. Um, yeah. Um, let's see, Kathy, your card's added to 15, which is the devil. So for you, it's all about working out. It's all about desire. Desire is the key. That's your drive. Your drive. That's what's going to get you to achieve your goals. Is being able to recognize what your desires are and being able to kind of really harness them in a positive way that helps you achieve your goals. Um, let's see, Justice is also Donna's card of the year. Um, you help us flex our muscles. You're welcome, Robin. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone. And Christ, but you may call me Chris Golden. Robin's reduced to 9. So Hermit for wisdom or isolation. Maybe a bit of both, might be a bit of a sensible conversation with a sensible person, Robin. Um, okay, so I am going to leave it there. I'm going to love yous and leave yous, but thank you so much for being here. Really had a great time pulling cards with yous, and I hope everyone has a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.